Yeah.
Now, I suppose there's no requirement that you have belt loops, so you could put a belt on with those pants, but it's going to be difficult to keep it from shifting.
Yeah.
Guys, real quick, okay, we got one before we do that, and before people start doing stuff here, we need to talk about ungunning, okay? So you don't. It's not just put your gun in the bags right here. Just as we would in a match, people need to go to the safety table and put their gun in their bag right there. Then you're good to go, and you can take off take your other stuff off anywhere. But you need to take your gun out of the holster at the safety table, put it in your bag, and then you're good to go.
Okay. Yeah, one thing that's handy that most of us do is literally have a gun bag that's all it holds. Zippered pouch or a Velcro one. Not everybody, it can go in your range bag, but it's super handy to have a dedicated bag just to put your gun in, because this is the only thing I have to take to the table with me now. Either to gun up or to ungun.
You'll need, for both games, you'll probably want to get a gun belt, okay? Specifically dedicated for gun belt. The best ones to get for IDPA is going to be a leather gun belt. I use Bigfoot gun belts. They're relatively inexpensive. You'll never wear it out. It's got a steel core in it, so it's rigid laterally. If you're going to be purely shooting USPSA, there's a multi-belt system that's a nylon-based, super thick Velcro arrangement, but it's not going to be legal in IDPA. Okay. Holster-wise, we always recommend Kydex. We always recommend outside the waistband, and the two most popular are the CompTac outside the waistband and Blade Tech. They're equal in quality and pretty well equally represented at all the major matches. If you get the Blade Tech OWB, you want the Blade Tech Classic OWB. They make another one that's less expensive. It's like in the $35 range, but it is far less robust. It will not last you nearly as long. Get the Classic OWB, buy once, cry once, but it's only $79, so it's not going to break the bank. Also, those two manufacturers, CompTac and Blade Tech. CompTac is COMP-TAC. A double mag pouch is a good idea from either one of those. Don't get the paddle style. Get the belt clip style or the belt loop style. Okay. I happen to use the CompTac for my dual mag pouch, and I use the Blade Tech for my holster. When I shoot a USPSA match, I use my double mag pouch and then two singles behind that, because you're allowed to carry more on your belt for USPSA. But CompTac and Blade Tech they represent over 80% of the suppliers at major matches.
Yep.
So when they do a gear survey of the national championships, 80% of the people or more, that's what they're using. And there's a reason for it, because they have all bought Cousin Willie's Gillicky Hike, whatever, and decided after 6 months, I wish I'd have just bought the Blade Tech for the same dang price. So.
Yep, and they will literally last you forever. You can beat the crap out of them.
Yeah, I've got one that's probably got well over 1 million draw strokes. Blade Tech, the one that I'm wearing right now. So.
And no retention.
Yeah, that's right. No snap, no hook. You just tighten up the retainer on it. It just kind of friction locks the front of the trigger guard, and you'll just want to adjust it so that your gun wouldn't fall out if you tipped it upside down. But when you go to draw it, it just snaps right out. Gun-wise, certainly for anybody who had their defensive carry gun and a really small one, recoil mitigation is a serious concern with that, unless you plan to shoot either backup gun category in IDPA. And there is no category like that in USPSA. You'd be shooting production, you'd be at a huge disadvantage.
Yeah.
For an all-around gun to play all of these sports, buy my personal recommendation, a Glock 17 or a Glock 34. And what's that?
M&P.
Well, M&Ps are good too. They are. They absolutely are. As far as ubiquity of aftermarket parts, the Glock is probably unparalleled. But the other striker-fired guns offered by Smith & Wesson and Springfield are also great contenders. The Springfield XD and the Smith & Wesson M&P, you can buy aftermarket parts for those as well, that being triggers and sights. Honestly, those striker-fired guns, once you add that, you're playing the game. I mean, there are world championship shooters that shoot a box stock Glock other than the addition of an aftermarket trigger and decent sights. That's all they need. So there's no need to go out and blow $1,000 on a gun for competition when you can shoot all of these disciplines with one that's readily available over the counter for $500 or less. So, you know, that's what I recommend. As you get better at this and kind of delve into the world deeply, you may want to venture into getting a 1911 or a CZ Shadow or, you know, SP01 or whatever. But start off with something that's got a simple manual of arms. It's bulletproof. It's you know, very tolerant of poor maintenance habits, and it'll just run and run and run. That said, I own a couple of Glocks, but I shoot 1911s all the time. So for me to recommend a Glock or a Smith & Wesson, that kind of thing, it's because I truly believe that for an entry into the shooting sports, that's the smartest way to go. So. And obviously, shooting a full-size platform is going to dramatically increase your ability to mitigate recoil. The difference between a 4 or a 5-inch gun versus a 3-inch barreled gun is huge. And it does not matter how big and powerful you are, it's huge. The more diminutive of stature you are, the more dramatic the effect on you. So that we watched Debbie shoot as well as she did with that mouse gun today was impressive because
Really?
Your hits were amazing.
Yeah, he's
Really?
not just like saying that to blow smoke.
No,
that was
that's actually.
that was
Yeah.
impressive.
The fact that recoil didn't cause you to start anticipating and throwing shots low left, which is where they would go if you're anticipating, is stellar.
Wow.
That's a great statement for you. So,
Oh,
I would love to
thank
see what you would do with a full-size gun in your hand.
We
So.
might have to do that.
There should not be a might there. It should just be a when.
Yeah.
I kind of put that in parentheses, in
Yeah.
quotation
Needing
marks.
to get a new gun is not a bad problem to have. So, but anyways, you can get ready to play this game for not that much money with those few, accessories. Way less than getting into golf or even high-end fly fishing or any of that other stuff. Oh, right. Yeah, and the other thing is getting good with that gun. I mean, let's face it, most all of us here either carry a gun or plan to carry a gun for self-defense. Heaven forbid you ever need it.
Right.
Doing this makes you far more prepared and capable of performing under pressure than anything else I can think of. You can go spend a boatload of money and get some serious tactical training, and that would accomplish it too. But I don't think anybody can afford to do that once a month.
Well, I really felt it out here with this one, behind the barrier and.
It induces pressure. The timer induces pressure. Certainly not like being shot at, but it induces pressure, and you learn to do things automatically. You learn to clear jams and to reload and everything else. So.
So when you guys come shoot with us again, you make sure that you get on a squad with one of us who will spend the time to help you through the match.
Absolutely.
Thank
Stage
you.
plans, help you with safety, coaching, whatever you need. So the class doesn't end today.
It doesn't matter what skill level you came into this class with. If you start doing this, you will elevate your shooting skill dramatically beyond whatever you walked in here with. So,
Nice.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and rapidly at first too.
And it's so much more fun than
Yeah.
just kind of anything else.
Uh-huh.
It's way more fun than just aiming at a target and shooting.
Right.
Yeah,
Bang,
that's.
bang.
I've been
I gave you 3.
I've been putting holes in paper, just
Thank you. See you guys
Glad
around.
you came out, man.
Yeah, thanks.
But this
Well,
has been a lot more fun.
Yeah, no, I'll,
What
If
is
you
your
guys
name?
wanna come shoot
What's your
matches
name?
with us,
My name's Todd.
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 All right.
This is Scott.
And then
Okay.
Scott. Yeah, I
This is
talked
my
to Scott.
buddy
on the
Todd.
phone. All right.
This is my buddy Scott.
You know what? I'll
I know, he's like a
I'll take
coyote.
your